Good morning, everyone. Mabel, will you take roll call?
Yes, sir. Acadia, absent. Acadia 2,
Present by proxy.
Andover A,
Present by proxy.
Andover B,
Present by proxy.
Andover D, absent. Andover E, absent. Andover F,
Present by proxy.
Andover G, absent. Andover H,
Present by proxy.
Andover I, absent. Bedford A, absent. Bedford B, absent. Bedford D, absent. Bedford F,
No. Present by proxy.
Bedford G, absent. Bedford H, absent. Bedford J, absent. Brookfield,
Present by proxy.
Cambridge A,
Present by proxy.
Cambridge C,
Present by proxy.
Cambridge E, absent. Cambridge F, absent. Cambridge H, absent. Cambridge I, absent. Cambridge K,
Present by proxy.
Cambridge L, last name please. Aquiliano.
Missed it.
Yeah, so you need to mark Cambridge L. She's here. Aquiliano. Okay, I missed that one. Okay. Cambridge M, absent. Canton Court D, absent. Devonshire,
Present by proxy.
Dorchester A, absent. Dorchester B,
Present by proxy.
Dorchester D, absent. Fairfield A,
Present by proxy.
Fairfield B,
Present by proxy.
Fairfield C,
Present by proxy.
Fairfield D,
Present by proxy.
Fairfield F, absent. Fairfield G,
Present by proxy.
Fairfield H,
Present by proxy.
Gloucester A,
Present by proxy.
Gloucester B, absent. Gloucester C, absent. Gloucester E,
Present by proxy.
Gloucester G, absent. Gloucester J,
Present by proxy.
Gloucester K,
Present by proxy.
Gloucester L,
Present by proxy.
Gloucester M,
Present by proxy.
Gloucester N,
Present by proxy.
Gloucester P, absent. Highgate A,
Present by proxy.
Highgate B,
Present by proxy.
Highgate E, absent. Highgate F, absent. Highgate 3, absent. Highgate 4, absent. Huntington, absent. Idlewood, absent. Inverness,
Present by proxy.
Jameson, absent. Knowles 1,
Present by proxy.
Knowles 2, absent. Knowles 3, absent. Lancaster 2, absent. Lancaster 4, absent. Lyndhurst.
Present by proxy.
Manchester 1, absent. Manchester 3, absent. Nantucket 3,
Present by proxy.
Oakley Green, absent. Oxford 1, absent. Portsmouth, absent. Princeton, absent. Quail Pass, absent. Radisson 1, absent. Radisson 2,
Present by proxy.
Richmond,
Present by proxy.
Somerset, absent. Southampton 1, absent. Tremont 1,
Present by proxy.
Tremont 2,
Present by proxy.
Villeroy, absent. Yorkshire, absent. Mr. President, you have a quorum of 56.9% with 3,145 units with 65 associations. And per request by Susan Raba, last special membership meeting. So for today's meeting, we have for the proxy, 35 associations submitted proxy with 1,466 units with 26.5%.
I'll call the meeting to order at 9:40 a.m. And would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I know the next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes, but we will do the approval of the minutes and after the manager's report, the treasurer's report, and the president's report. So seeing Keith is already standing at the podium, he just stands up to go ahead and do it.
Item. Okay, good morning, everybody. Everybody's getting ready for the long Easter weekend. This is the first service management report for the month of April with some of the March stats on the admin. I guess you've got the clicker. You can go to the next page. Yeah. Again, for the audience, the financial statements for each association are compiled in-house with Debbie Lauber and are sent no later than the 21st of each month. Normally it's a lot quicker. Again, this is year-end financials coming out to everybody, so we are doing some additional checks. you know, an oversight with those before we send them out. So if there's a slight delay on some of those that you're normally used to getting them quickly, just please know we're just doing some additional checks because it's year end as well. But you'll still get them by the 21st of April if you haven't got them already. Next slide. I can go to the next one too. I'll do the office administrative stats. Go to the next slide. Just a couple quick stats for the month of March for the First Service Office. We completed 68 transfers or sales of the units. We had 37 leases, so we're still seeing a good uptick in the transfers. We completed 21 document requests. We took about 3,500 phone calls in the office, scheduled 644 pest control appointments, and had just over 1,200 walk-ins. We did 52 new homeowner orientations. We only updated 28 emergency contacts. We're starting to see the dip off on those contacts being updated. We completed 54 alteration requests by the unit owners, issued only 12 violations, processed almost 300 invoices, and drew up 9 new contracts for the association. Insurance, the insurance packages were approved on Monday, April 11th at the membership. So all the information has been signed, the financing is in place, and we do appreciate all the boards signing the directors and officer forms this week. It's just one of those processes that has to get done after it's okayed. Again, those are all individual policies for each association's board of directors coverage. Trash collection. We're still starting to see consistent pickups on the dumpster trash. Again, when I speak about trash collection, I'm really speaking about the commercial accounts. So there's the 69 associations that have the large metal dumpsters and the recycling next to them. The other associations in the community, you are part of the residential pickup with Hillsborough County, who utilizes FCC for that pickup. So your days are obviously slightly different than the ones I'm reading off of, but the dumpster pickups are still Wednesdays and Saturdays. If you're having any issues with them running over sod, putting the dumpsters back awkwardly, just please let me know. I'm trying to continually improve that with them and making sure that that driver can put those dumpsters back properly and not crush concrete or sod, which they have done a couple times already. So the recycling has been the biggest challenge to the community. The recycling day is still Thursdays. We have placed the gray bins by all the dumpsters, and we do have an order of more additional bins coming. So if you haven't sent me a request for additional recycling bins, please do so. We're going to be putting that in and getting those bins out shortly with FCC. There is a scheduled meeting today to talk about some of those things and to place that order. So if you haven't already, let me know, and I'll get that order in today. Pest control, we have stayed inside the 3-day appointment window. We did add a couple technicians this week, so it's the first time in a couple months where the volume increased. So that's still inside the 3-day window. The Spectrum bulk contract is going to be renewing or ending this coming March of 2023. So we will be presenting to the Federation Board, along with Spectrum and Tom Murphy of the committee, the new package that has been worked out. There's a lot of good things coming with that. One good thing is obviously the cost savings. The rate will actually be going down, which is a good thing these days. And there'll be some increased speed performances and technology there. So we're pretty excited to present that to the board and then to the membership in the next coming meetings. Go to the next slide. Landscape vendors, they've all started their new sections. And again, we appreciate everybody as they work through their new sections. I mean, a lot of them have been here already, but they're still learning some of the grounds and the ins and outs of the new properties. So we appreciate the continued patience as they work their way through that. We're still scoring them, we're still grading them, and we're still fielding work orders, the same process. So if you have any issues, please let us know. They are completing their conditions reports of their new properties, so we'll have a big old binder of their conditions report when they took the property on, so we have some fallback on what it looked like at the time being. Whose phone is that? It's my chance to get back at you. I'll let it go. Happy Easter.
How kind of you.
I did want to let you know we have obviously a couple announcements this week. We have Ryan Rourke is going to be transferring to a new first service property closer to his house. So we do wish Ryan the best of luck down there. I'll still be in contact with him at that new property. We have started Joey Muniz this past week, who has a wealth of knowledge, a lot of good certifications, and is stepping right into the role. So we're happy to find Joey and to be able to have that overlap with Ryan for the next couple weeks still. It is imperative with that kind of specialized position that Ryan can kind of, overshadow and show kind of some of the techniques and stuff he's looking for, specifically with the grading process, because it is in depth. But we wish Ryan well. He's done a lot of great things these past 2 years, and we're looking forward to working with Joey and keeping that same level of service to the communities. Again, with the grading, the monthly grading inspections will still occur. The next grading will be in April, will be the Wednesday, April 27th. We'll still have that grading with OLM and for service. Work orders for March were 41, with just under 5 days to complete those work orders. Next slide. The landscaping workshops will still take place at the end of the month on April 29th. I'll be presenting the landscape workshops. You can hear me talk once again. And we'll be discussing the monthly grading process on how that exactly works, how they're scoring it, what are the qualifiers, how the point structure works out. We're going to go a little bit in depth so the membership understands that process and how we formulate those grades and how the vendors utilize those weekly reports to improve the process. And then we'll also be talking about the POC work order process on the expectations on how that works in and out. So please welcome us, or please join us on the 29th at 9:30 in this room. And it should be a lot of good information, and hope we can see some faces out there. Palm tree trimming and oak tree trimming, we are inside the annual pruning with Brown's Tree. The service guys are inside Section 3 right now. They started earlier this week, and they'll be inside Section 3 for at least another 4 or 5 weeks, and then they'll progress into Sections 2 and 1 as they work through the next couple months inside the community. In addition to that, the new palm fertilization program will start this year, with the first application coming next month in May. And then lastly, a couple changes to the after-hours emergency process. We have worked with the master on separating out the irrigation-related emergencies. So if you have irrigation-related emergencies, especially after hours, they have their own dedicated line now to be able to speak directly with their team and relay that information. So the number's up on the screen there, the 866-263-3988. In addition, I'd just like to put a note on the KPW warranty claims to make sure your residents know that they have an emergency line as well for that department and that team. It's outside of anything we can assist with after hours, especially with ACs and appliances. And then if you have any other related emergencies, we have our number on there. And you can always call our office number at any time after hours, and it will give you these prompts as well. So you'll be able to press 1 for irrigation, 2 for KPW, and 3 for anything else, and you'll get a hold of the first service team there. And that's, I got couple more. You can go last slide. Let's try to get it earlier. Thank you again, and hope everyone has a great weekend and happy Easter.
Do you have anything else to say?
Happy Easter. What would you like? You want me to talk about me? I don't like to talk about myself too much.
So you want me to talk about you?
No, I mean, everybody kind of got the announcement that I've accepted a promotion as a regional director for First Service, specifically the Sarasota market, but I made it a point to keep Kings Point, so you're not getting rid of me yet. So thank you. So working in the process with the board to bring in a new general manager, but again, I'm going to still be here through that transition. I'll be here at every meeting still, and an integral part to making sure that the processes are in place and we continue to improve the services we provide to everybody.
Keith, all I would like to say from the board, and I'm quite sure I echo the sentiments of the entire membership, thank you for all you have done within Kings Point and for Kings Point, your work with the individual associations and your work with the board. As general manager, you will be missed. But we will keep calling you back here as regional director to make sure that things run as smoothly as possible. And I can only wish you the best of luck in your new job. And thank you very much for all you've done.
Thank you. You guys can still reach me, same email, same phone number, so I shouldn't say don't hesitate to call, but please don't hesitate to call if you've got something going on at any time. So I'm here for you guys. Thank you.
You're up, Ginger.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. This is actually one of my favorite reports to do because those of you who know me, I'm a geek at heart and I love numbers. And I get to not only tell the last month's performance, but also the year. And we're just so proud of the team and the offerings and the support that you all offer to us. So I'll get started here. On fitness programming, here's your March numbers. The highest gym usage ever recorded there, over 10,860 visits for the South Club and the main 2020 gym. And then you can see there how many people participated in water and land usage. And for the year, 141,415 visits to our fitness programming. 104,000 of those were in the gyms, and then the balance of those were in the class usage. That's just phenomenal support out there. Gyms like, LA Fitness and Gold's Gym, they would love to be having these kind of participation numbers. Here's your spa and salon usage for March. You can see the 10% increase over prior month in services with about 25,000 in sales. And voila, there is your annual numbers. This actually, while it's a big number, just shy of 220,000, you've heard me say a number of times, we budgeted a very aggressive plan. So it was actually 27% off of budgeted, but typically we run in that 220 to 225 range. We just got a little big for our britches, that's all. In food and beverage, here is your March numbers, 25% increase. Look at that for South Club sales, just so much going on down there. Served just shy of 11,000 patrons. And you ready for this one? This is so exciting. Here's the year, 1.502. There's actually been an update to that. It's actually, I wish I had a drum roll. Drum roll, Keith. All right, it's actually 1,552,443 that the South Club's team served the residents at Kings Point. Incredible performance. It was over 85,000 patrons served. That's 11.7% favorable to plan. It had been budgeted at 1.39. Your board actually encouraged us, kind of pushed this off the cliff and said, we're not buying it, Jen? Yeah, you see why they're laughing, because they know exactly what I'm talking about. So we have an even higher number that we have expected, and we love the challenge, and we're going to take that on and look forward to hoping to achieve that. All of this within some COVID restrictions still remaining from the prior year. So I cannot give kudos enough to the team down there and for their work ethic and their dedication. Just an interesting little fact, I looked up the very first year of the trust, what the food and beverage revenue was in that year. Anybody guess? $250,000. $250,000. 250,000. So in 14 years, it's been 516% growth down there. So really, really fun stuff to look back on and be able to see. All right, here's your projects. These are holdovers from the 21-22 year. As you know, the board moved the funds forward because we couldn't get some of this stuff done. Well, the Tiki Bar expansion is a different type of project, but that's ongoing. We're still waiting. Yesterday, we were kind of disheartened to hear that the permit's still stuck in Hillsborough County. Just waiting for that last nod so that we can move forward. She is getting RFPs on her phase 1.5 of the project. And then we moved a couple of items, that 25-ton unit. hoping to arrive by the end of the month. And then again, the tram. Keep in mind, the tram was ordered last May. So it's a crazy world out there. Over a year and a half to get a vehicle. Here's some upcoming 22-23 projects. These are budgeted. This theater behind us will have a resanding. There will be some closures in the theater in June. You'll see signage for that. The plans for the exterior lighting for the South Club enters into this final stages before installation. And the main clubhouse is the big project we're doing this year. It'll be a lot of renovation, new tile, paint, some decor. It's in the early planning stages. Designs are being finalized. Bids under review. Supplies are the availability for thousands of square feet of tile is something Victoria and her team have to get ahead of and make sure those orders are placed in a timely manner. We'd like a lot of this work to be done during the summer when it's a little less traffic area. And we look forward to updating this main clubhouse similar to the updates that occurred at the South Club last year. Here's some special event information. We've got the next winter series already being finalized. We've got the summer series ticket underway. We've got the Gens Market actually is done for the season, but the team is looking to try and bring back the produce vendor portion of that market throughout the summer. So stay tuned if they can finalize that deal. We've got the monthly dinners and a couple of items coming up. The So Long Snowbirds Dance Party with the South Shore Cruisers will be April 29th right here in the Veterans. And then on May 9th, the Riverview Sharks High School chorus production will be here. And then we have a comedian, Mark Price, on May 26th. We haven't had that too often, so I hope you come out and enjoy those. Here's your transportation numbers for March. And then you can see there the annual mileage driven, 33,365 miles. And total ridership, we carried over 25,800 residents. And that was, you can see the number of rides, but the users were 7,100 residents. And here's your security data. This is real fun when we get to the, people aren't necessarily having as much fun as I am, but I love this. Look at that, over 110,000 phone calls for the year, 165,000 passes. The patrols drove over 25,000 miles through the community at night and processed just under 300 incidents reports. On our notables, we had a resident call the gate to inform security of some damage to a carport by an Amazon van that was apparently in a rush. Just a shout out to Knox Aluminum. They came out and were generous and repaired the carport at no cost to the association. So I like to give them some credit for that. And during the month of March, none of the welfare checks that were conducted by the security team resulted in sad news. A welfare check occurs when somebody, family member, calls in a request. Somebody's not answering the phone. Where's mom? Where's dad? All the residents we checked in were either out enjoying the Kings Point amenities, their cell phones were dead, and some of them just didn't want to talk to those people. So there you go. I wish you all a blessed Easter.
I'm not going to let you off that easy, Ginger. Ginger made reference to food and beverage, and she said the board pushed her off the cliff and pushed Vesta off the cliff. Last year when we were putting together the budget for the 22-23 year, the question arose is what would we do last year? How would we end the year? Andrew answered to Ginger that he thought it would be like 1.4. And you have to understand that Ginger and Vesta and the RFEC and the Master Board, the Federation Board, worked very diligently on trying to put together where is COVID going and what is COVID doing. We gave Ginger a really difficult time. Ginger, I'm really glad to see, and I congratulate the entire Vesta team. Last October, it was assuming we would do 1.4, and to do 1.55 is extraordinary. And I really applaud the different things that Vesta has done to increase that food and beverage. And thanks very much. We really appreciate it.
It's all the South Club team, and Andrew was working just 7 days a week, and as I understand, on Sunday, he is leaving for a trip for Hawaii, so well-deserved on his part with his lovely wife. So.
Fortunately, he doesn't cook our food, so with him leaving, we will still have the same quality of food there. But no, Andrew has done a superb job in running the Palm Court and the bar down there and bringing in that type of revenue. This is all revenue that goes back to the community from the revenue we make off of here that keeps the land trust fees down. So it is really good to see that type of money coming into the community, and I just can't thank the work that the entire Vesta team has done. And that includes the good gentleman off to, and he moved, he left. Oh, good gentleman off to my left, Matt, and I appreciate all you've done. I know Ginger doesn't report on the shows and the work you've done on the shows. I have seen the last 2 shows that you've done. I've seen the comments that have been put on Nextdoor, the comments that have been put on Facebook, and I wanted to thank you and Scott for putting together both of the shows last Friday and Monday night. They were superb from the perspective of the community. I know they were well enjoyed, and they brought in and increased revenue into the community. They weren't a part of the original schedule. You added them, and thank you very much for doing that. Ray, you have anything? It has on the schedule, a treasurer's report. I don't think you really have much, do you?
Not at this time.
Okay. That takes me to mine, and I know everybody has wished all our members a happy Easter. I would just keep in mind that today is Passover. So to those in our community who practice the Jewish faith, may you have a blessed Passover today, and happy Easter to all of the residents. Keith kind of doesn't like to talk about certain things, and this is going to be difficult for me because I have to announce to the membership that another Vesta employee is leaving. Another First Service employee is leaving, and it happens to be Mabel.
Get her.
We get her. We have tried to talk her out of leaving. Today is her last membership meeting. Her last day is the 29th of April. She will be really missed by the Federation Board, and I'm quite sure by all the members. Keith and I specifically have spent the last couple of weeks trying to talk her out of going. She wanted to pursue a different aspect in her career, and I wish you all the best. You will be missed greatly. You crying, Mabel?
I said I'm not gonna cry.
I think, Mabel, you want to say a few words?
No, sir.
I don't know. In many respects, to lose Keith and Mabel and Ryan all in 1 month, Mabel has assured us that she will stop back to visit on occasion. She has a love of Kings Point that is second to none. I don't know why you'd want to leave all these wonderful people, but we will miss you. I asked Keith whether he wanted to make Mabel's announcement, and he said no, the Federation Board can. Mabel helps the Federation Board more than you folks have realized. When we lost our landscape specialist, Mabel basically filled in on that position. I know that Keith gives her all kinds of extra things to do. One, she has to put up with me a lot, trying to get things done. And I just don't know what we're going to do without you. I really don't. With that, we will move to the minutes of the meeting. I met with Mabel yesterday, and I raised this to Mabel, that the minutes of the meeting were incorrect per the requirements of our bylaws. Although Mabel had listed in Connect the actual vote totals, it was not attached to the minutes, which it should have been. So Mabel has revised the minutes, and the revised minutes are on the screen behind you, and it lists the vote totals by candidate. I know the issue was raised by one of the association presidents last night, and I don't believe Mabel had a time to respond to her that you had corrected or amended the minutes. But there are the vote totals, which is the one change to the minutes that you have. This information was listed in Connect. It was not listed within the minutes. I said to Mabel yesterday, it should be an attachment to the minutes because we had a sheet. It was a lot easier to take and put these figures in the minutes. So the minutes have been amended from what you have in front of you, or what you received in your package. I apologize for the error on behalf of the Federation and Mabel that it wasn't listed within the minutes. Everybody's entitled to a mistake once in a while. So Mabel's mind was elsewhere, putting up with Keith and I trying to talk her out of leaving. So with the minutes amended as they are, I will entertain a motion to approve the amended minutes for the March 25th, 2022. Jane Narden seconded, and I believe that's Liz back. Liz back there. Yep. One second. In the proxies, are there any no votes?
Yes, sir.
And I hate to do this. Will you do a roll call then?
Acadia 2,
Yes, by proxy.
Andover A,
Yes, by proxy.
Andover B,
Yes, by proxy.
Andover C, Andover F,
Yes, by proxy.
Andover H,
Yes, by proxy.
Bedford C, Bedford E, Bedford F,
No, by proxy.
Brookfield,
Yes, by proxy.
Cambridge A,
Yes, by proxy.
Cambridge B, Cambridge C,
Yes, by proxy.
Cambridge J, Cambridge K,
Yes, by proxy.
Cambridge L, Corinth, Devonshire,
Yes by proxy.
Dorchester B,
Yes by proxy.
Dorchester C, Edinburgh, Fairborn, Fairfield A,
Yes by proxy.
Fairfield B,
Yes by proxy.
Fairfield C,
Yes by proxy.
Fairfield D,
Yes by proxy.
Fairfield E, Fairfield G,
Yes by proxy.
Fairfield H,
Yes by proxy.
Gloucester A,
Yes by proxy.
Gloucester D, Gloucester E,
Yes by proxy.
Gloucester F, Gloucester H, Gloucester J,
Yes by proxy.
Gloucester K,
No by proxy.
Gloucester L,
Yes by proxy.
Gloucester M,
Yes by proxy.
Gloucester N,
Yes by proxy.
Grantham, I'll come back. Highgate A,
Yes by proxy.
Highgate B,
Yes by proxy.
Highgate C, Highgate D, Highgate 2, Kensington, Knowles 1,
Yes by proxy.
Lancaster 1, Lancaster 3, Mr. Tom Murphy left. Okay. Lyndhurst,
Yes by proxy.
Manchester 2, Manchester 2, Manchester 4, Maplewood, Nantucket 1, Nantucket 2, Nantucket 3,
Yes by proxy.
Nantucket 4, Nantucket 5, Oxford 2, Radisson 2,
Yes by proxy.
Richmond,
Yes by proxy.
Southampton 2. Yes, okay. Tremont 1,
Yes by proxy.
Tremont 2,
Yes by proxy.
Worlington. Mr. President, you have 98, Ms. Liz Argot is not back yet? Okay. Mr. President, we have 98.4% voted yes with 2,917 counts with 62 association and 48 counts or 48 units with 1.6% with 2 associations voted no.
Then the minutes as amended have been approved. Mabel, because they have been amended and what was sent out to the presidents and their boards for each of the associations, I would ask that you send the amended minutes for the March 25th. So they have in their records actually what was approved by the membership, if you wouldn't mind doing that. I know one more thing you have to do before you leave. As there is no new business or unfinished business, I move to open the meeting up for good and welfare announcements. The bane of your existence, Ginger.
Okay. As I understand it, and I'm not this techie, so I'm just going to repeat what Matt and the team told me. There is a problem with a network interface card and dysfunctional connectors. We're waiting for word on the integrated chips. You may know in the world, chips are very slow and delayed, but they are trying to get a Band-Aid solution for it. I can't tell you what that's going to be. But they hope to have that at least somewhat quasi-functional this coming week. So we apologize. We know a lot of people have said, hey, what about the gate? It's kind of one of the challenges of having electronics outside in the state of Florida. But thank you for asking. I'd gotten that update this morning.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Jane, second. All in favor, say aye. Meeting is adjourned at 10:18